Are you taking the Praxis Core Math exam? That's exam code 5733. If so, how'd you like a little bit of help with some of that algebra? In this video, we're going to walk through a few practice problems that look just like the kind of problems you will see on the Praxis Core Math exam from the algebra questions. All right, if you're ready, let's jump in. All right, let's take a look at this problem. Evaluate the proportion x over 40 equals 12 over 120 to solve for x. So there's a couple different ways to solve this problem. I think the most straightforward is to cross multiply. So let's do that. So to begin, let's rewrite the problem down here. So x over 40 equals 12 over 120. Okay, and cross multiplying basically means taking the numerator on one side and multiplying it by the denominator on the other side. All right, and then you do the same thing, a numerator on one side by the denominator on the other side. So that's going to get us 120x. So I've just said 120 times x equals 40 times 12. All right, so I'm going to rewrite that a little, one step at a time. 120x equals 480. And reminder, do not do that math in your head. Use the calculator that the Praxis test will give you. So it's an online calculator. Do it like that. And then to get x on its own, we divide both sides by 120. And again, using the calculator, I get x equals 4, which, there you go. That's the right answer. Let's look at this one. Given x squared plus 21 equals 70, which of the following represents the results of the given equation? So there's two different ways that I like to solve this problem. I'm going to show you both, and you can pick whichever one works for you. So the first way is basically just to do it algebraically and solve for x. So let's take our pen and write x squared plus 21 equals 70. So our goal is to get x alone on one side of the equation. So the first thing to do is to move that 21 over to the right side. So if we subtract 21 from both sides, we'll get x squared equals 49. Now we need to get rid of that pesky square. So the way to get rid of an x squared to make it just a regular x is to take the square root. So we're going to take the square root of both sides, and then we get x equals plus or minus 7, which gives us this answer. Now, that's one way to solve it. Another way that you may find easier is to simply work backwards from the solutions that you're given. So if we had said, let's take our equation x squared plus 21 equals 70, and let's just start plugging in answers. So the first one is 8. If we do 8 squared plus 21, let's see, 8 squared is 64, which if I add 21, that's definitely not 70, okay? But if we just work our way down to the next one, 7 squared plus 21. Let's see, 7 squared is 49 plus 21, which does equal 70. So we would have gotten the answer that way if we just plugged in from the answer choices. So whichever way works for you. This one looks a little scarier, but it's really the same process that we've been doing. So find the value of b in the following equation. 7 over 3b minus 10 equals 5 over 3b plus 7. So the same thing we're doing, we just want to get b by itself. That's how we solve for b. So to do that, let's rewrite our equation. So 7 over 3b minus 10 equals 5 over 3b plus 7. So a good tip is make sure you pay attention to those signs. You don't want to transpose the signs by accident, put a plus sign where a minus sign should go, or vice versa, because that'll totally screw up your answer. Now, a few different ways to go from here. What I like to do is just get rid of those fractions. I think the fractions can be a little intimidating. So to get rid of them, because we have a 3 in the denominator on both sides, we can multiply everything basically by 3. And when we do that, the 3 in this first term cancels out, and all we're left with is 7b. Then we multiply that 3 by the negative 10, again paying attention to the sign, and we get minus 30. Same thing over here. The 3 cancels out in the fraction, and we're left with 5b, and 7 times 3 is 21. So now we've got an equation with no fractions. So we can just now move the terms around until we get the b by itself. So I'm going to add 30 to both sides. That gives me 7b equals 5b plus 51. Now I'm going to subtract 5b from both sides. And that's going to give me 2b equals 51. Last step, divide both sides by 2. And I'm going to go back up over here. We're going to get b equals 25.5, which is our answer choice. And that's how you solve this one. All right, I hope that helped. Check out more videos in this series if you need more help with the Praxis Core Math exam. Also remember to like and subscribe to this channel. And one more thing, if you haven't yet, check out the link below to become a study.com member. We have a whole test prep course on the Praxis Core Math exam. That covers a ton more practice content, including full-length practice exams. There's also test strategy and tons of just content review, everything you'll need to be ready on test day. All right, good luck on your test.